I am absolutely furious, and you should be too. So many of you have probably seen that it's trending all over the world right now that the Dalai Lama apparently apologized only after footage. Yeah, only after footage, right? From February surfaced where there was about 100 young students that graduated from the Indian M3M Foundation, and there was this big event ceremony at his temple in Dharamshala where he's been exiled ever since like the 50s. First of all, the word Dalai Lama is a title. It's kind of like the Pope, right? So I'm not going to get totally into it, but the Dalai Lama is a title given to the highest leader within Tibetan Buddhism. Now, already I have strong opinions about a position like that because you're not supposed to refer to people as holy. If you are any kind of religious person and you've ever even considered lifting up the Bible, you will find throughout the Old and the New Testament that only God is holy, and we are commanded to never call people holy, our Holy Father or holy whatever, His Holiness. Those are titles reserved only for God because people are fallible. The word holy comes from a Hebrew word that I'm not going to even try to butcher by pronouncing it, but in the 11th century, it was turned into an English word, and that word means wholeness, right? To be without blemish, to be perfect, essentially, which is why only God is deserving of that title, no humans. But that's a whole other topic. I just bring it up because that should be your first clue that worshiping a human will always lead to things like this. Obviously, the young boy was really excited because he gets to meet the Dalai Lama. I'm sure this is really, really important in his culture, in his religion, in his communities. The Dalai Lama brings him on stage. I usually show the video footage to go along with things that I talk about, but I don't know that I really want, I mean, it's already all over the internet anyway, but I don't know that I really want to continue exploiting this poor little boy who's going to have to grow up for the rest of his life knowing that his being sexually abused was broadcasted all over the world and nobody did anything to stop it. You literally hear the Dalai Lama's team or whatever I don't know, whatever you want to call those people. I would call them henchmen, but you hear them giggling and laughing and like it's some really funny thing when he starts molesting this child. I just think that's absolutely abhorrent. It's disgusting. And I blame those people as part of this for this happening. It's not just him. It's the whole culture. It's the whole system that is set up to allow something like this to happen that never should have happened. Not to bring up another sore subject, but when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, everybody is now asking, well, wait a minute, why didn't authorities rush in and arrest the Dalai Lama when he did this, when he groomed and molested this boy in front of everybody? Like, where were the authorities? He should be in prison now. What really upsets me is the narrative, and that's why I chose the title that I did in this video, that the Dalai Lama apparently apologized because of this. So what happened was that the young boy asked for a hug, right? Because his hero is this Dalai Lama person. And then upon asking him for a hug, the Dalai Lama says yes, but he asks for a kiss on the cheek. The young boy, of course, obliges, but the Dalai Lama wants more. He does like, I don't just want a kiss on the cheek. I want to really have something with you. So then he asks for the boy to kiss him on the mouth. The boy, I mean, is probably going to do whatever he asks because of his power, right? There's this obvious power imbalance right here. But just to ensure that he gets what he wants, the Dalai Lama grabs his face and pulls him in to kiss him on the mouth. And people are laughing and they're like cooing and like this is some really wonderful, cute thing because apparently he always jokes like this, right? He always does this kind of stuff. So then, because the Dalai Lama feels completely invincible to do whatever dark thing he wants, he actually tells the kid, I want you to suck my tongue. What? Yes, that really happens. And so the boy leans forward and I mean, it's blurred, but it looks like he does it. The thing that has got me so upset is that there are some people that are actually defending this behavior. We cannot judge the godlike Dalai Lama's beautiful mind using our ordinary brain. I see so many hatred comments towards his holiness. This is so sick. This world will shatter soon. There is no humanity left on this earth Really? And then a word that I don't understand. Skylabuchi, I guess that means something in some language, but really? Apparently, even though people are justifying it, the Dalai Lama has decided to come forward and release a formal apology, and this is where it gets really disgusting. This is what the apology says. A video clip has been circulating that shows a recent meeting when a young boy asked His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, if he could give him a hug. Notice how it's put onto the boy, right? Like, this is where it all started because the boy had a request. So he initiated all this, according to this post. His Holiness wishes to apologize to the boy and his family, as well as his many friends across the world, for the hurt his words may have caused. His words? Forget the fact that you nearly forced his mouth onto yours and then requested that he suck on your tongue, right? Because it's about words. Forget your actions. His Holiness often teases people he meets in an innocent and playful way. Right, just like this, right? This is innocent and playful. Grooming a child is innocent and playful, even in public and before cameras. He regrets the incident. Thankfully, the whole world hasn't lost their mind, and there are a lot of people pushing back on social media. When I was researching this on different news stations and there were comment sections, a lot of people were saying, and I thank God that they said this, if this man is okay with doing this in front of crowds and cameras, God only knows what he does in private behind closed doors with other children. We don't want an apology. We need him in jail. We don't know if this is his first time doing it and if it would be his last. And I don't think this is his first time. I think it's obvious by how comfortable he is doing this in front of people. That behavior is not acceptable in any culture. That's an important comment because some people are actually pushing back that you just don't understand Buddhist culture. This is just him showing pure, unfiltered love. It's another humanly unfiltered compassion and love and display in broad daylight with huge audiences amidst the boy's parents. Those who think this act is some sort of violation, then every parent and grandparents are not less. If you still think so, you are trivializing love and compassion, which is universal. No, you are defending grooming and pedophilia, and you are just as much as part of the problem as he is for doing this. Shame on you. Somebody said, what do you expect from cult leaders? And they're right. Another commentator said, very disturbing. The veil has been lifted. And I think that you're right. I think we're going to continue. And we have been seeing a lot of the whistles being blown on behavior like this. And I think it's just going to keep coming up more and more. Again, my perspective is that when you start giving people the power and reverence and respect that only belongs to God, you're going to see people fall because people are not meant to shoulder and burden that much blamelessness, that much license, that much respect and power and authority because they will fall by it. They will fall by it. The worst parts of them will come out. This interaction is certain. This is proof that this man believes that he is above any kind of reproach, that he is above the law, he is above the culture, he is above even probably his own spiritual teachings. This is what unchecked power does to people. It makes them feel like they are gods, and you have a system where he's lifted up. I mean, literally being called God-like, which is what I'm saying. That whole position, I don't care what religion you are, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, Jewish, doesn't matter. You never revere a person as infallible. That's just, people are fallible, especially when you build them up to this level of authority where they can literally do whatever they want with no consequence. I'm not here to dump religion down your throat. I'm just saying it is absolute hypocrisy. I blame the culture as well as the man, as well as the team around him for what happened to this little boy. It is not enough that he just posts this little, oh, the little boy asked me something and I responded in a way that might have been offensive with my words, and so for that I'm sorry. That's not an apology. That's not even acknowledging what you did. This man, yes, this 87-year-old fallible man needs to be imprisoned or worse. Honestly, when it comes to hurting a child, I have less mercy for the person, and I'm a little bit more okay with punishments that surpass imprisonment. Sorry, I just am. This is hitting me personally for a couple of reasons, because I am an ordained minister, and also I have a lot of children around me all the time. I work with children. I have children in my family, and I'm not a violent person, but I would absolutely be willing to make a few exceptions if somebody was to hurt them. I'm going to leave you with a Bible scripture because it's my channel and I can do whatever I want. It's very fitting for this. It's a very good warning to you that are on his team and you yourself, Dalai Lama person. This is the words of Jesus in Matthew 18:6, and he says, "But whoever of you causes one of these little ones who believe in me to stumble, it would be better for you to have a heavy milestone hung around your neck and be drowned in the depths of the sea." So basically, judgment is coming. I want justice now for this little boy. But if for some reason you keep a whole bunch of yes man, hunch men around you that allow you to keep doing these kind of things, you will not escape the judgment of God. So shame on you. And I am with everybody in crying out for some kind of repercussions for this. I want this man in jail for grooming and hurting this little boy and taking advantage of him and really putting this stigma on the rest of his life. Shame on you. I just had to get on here really quick. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching this. I just want you to know that I'm angry with you. I'm furious with you. I want something to be done because of this. I don't just want another half apology. This was not even an apology to begin with. There needs to be some real accountability. This man needs to be imprisoned. This man needs to be put in a place where he cannot continue harming children, because I believe very strongly that this is not the first time he has hurt a child. And if he is not taken away tonight, he's going to hurt another child. Like this man just thinks he can get away with anything because his people around him are allowing him to. And to those of you that are helping him, those of you that are laughing in the video, that think this is funny, those of you that are on his team, may God have mercy on you, because you will not escape the same judgment that is going to come for him for hurting a small child.